From the mud to the rise, yeah, we built it on the grind. Trench talk, real talk, leave the fake ones behind. We don't fold, we don't break, every move we define. It's the code from the trenches where the real ones align.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to the realest channel on the net. Today, we taking it straight to the heart of Sacramento, G Parkway, aka G-Mobb. This ain't no fairy tale. This is the raw, unfiltered story of the streets, how G Parkway started, their allies, their rivals, the wildest street wars, and what they've become today. So buckle up, cause we riding through Murder Alley, South Sac Iraq style. Let's get it. First off, G Parkway, known as G-Mobb, came up out the Phoenix Park housing apartments, back in the day called Franklin Villa, right in the Parkway neighborhood, South Sacramento. The G stands for G Parkway, a street in the complex, and mob means money over broke bitches. Real talk, this gang is a multi-ethnic hybrid, not your typical Bloods or Crips. These cats came from Oakland, bringing that Bay Area flavor to Sac. Back in the 80s and 90s, families moved from Oakland to Sacramento for cheap housing, but the streets was cold. Juvenile delinquents, inspired by the hyphy movement, started G-Mobb to hold it down against other Sacramento gangs. They rocked dreads, stunner shades, and had their own code. The OGs? The Barksdale crime family, Marvion, Charles Show, Bobby Stretch, and Timothy Double O Barksdale. These names ring bells in the Parkway. G Parkway always did their own thing, mixing with Crips, sometimes Bloods, but never fully claiming either. Their main beef? The Oak Park Bloods, the biggest and baddest in Oak Park, led by dudes like rapper Mozzie. G Parkway also clashed with the Garden Block Crips, Oak Park Bloods guns up, and the 4th Avenue Bloods. The streets was divided. North Phoenix Park was G-Mobb turf, south was Garden Block Crip land. That border? Shining Drive, once called G Parkway. Cross it, and you might not make it back. Let's get into the real savage part, the street wars. These ain't just stories, these are Sacramento legends. 2004, Michael Cherry's wild escape. It's June 16th, 2004, 1:30 p.m. in Oak Park. Michael Cherry, a G Parkway member, is visiting a friend deep in enemy territory. As he leaves, 3 Oak Park dudes surround him, pressing him hard for being in the wrong hood. Cherry tries to dip, running back into the house, but gets shot while escaping. Bleeding, he jumps through a back window and into the street, where he spots a garbage truck. In a move straight out the movies, Cherry hops in and begs the garbage man to drive him out of Oak Park. The garbage man, thinking Cherry's got a gun, follows his orders and drives off, while the Oak Park crew circles the block in a Malibu, hunting for him. Cherry, realizing he's been hit, has the garbage man take him back to G Parkway instead of the hospital. But this ain't the end. Turns out, one of the Oak Park dudes got shot too. With nobody talking to the cops, all charges get dropped. But this wild shootout kicks off a whole new wave of beef between G Parkway and Oak Park. 2005, the David Perkins ambush. July 28, 2005. David Perkins, an Oak Park Blood known as Perk. Mozzie even shouts him out in his songs. Links up with Valley High Bloods to slide on their rivals. 8 deep, 2 cars. They pull up and start spraying at the rival apartments. Perkins is the first to shoot, but the rivals duck for cover, dodging the bullets. As the Bloods retreat, they realize Perkins is slumped over, bleeding out. His crew, not wanting to get caught, dumps him on the sidewalk near his aunt's house, where he dies. The twist? Valley High Blood Kenneth K9 Carter turns snitch for immunity, telling prosecutors everything. Turns out Perkins was killed by friendly fire. Denisha Collins, one of his own, shot him with a Tech 9. Collins gets 25 to life. 2 others get 25, and another gets 15. K9 Carter walks free. The streets lose another legend, and the cycle of violence spins on. 2006, Donut Shop Double Down. March 15th, 2006. 2 G-Mobb members are chilling at a donut shop near G Parkway. Oak Park's Saron Hill, aka Duty, walks in looking for G-Mobb's Donald Stone. Before anyone can answer, Duty pulls out and starts blasting, shooting both G-Mobb members. 1. Jack Lawrence dies right there in the shop. Cold-blooded, no hesitation. The message is clear. Nowhere is safe, not even the donut shop. June 2006, Macy's turns murder scene. June 11th, 2006, 1 p.m., downtown. Macy's becomes a war zone. G Parkway and Oak Park crews bump into each other. Words fly, then fists. What starts as a brawl turns deadly when 16-year-old Oak Park member Miguel Enriquez pulls a gun, yelling "Fab in Oak Park," and starts shooting. Eric Young, a 19-year-old from G Parkway, gets hit and dies. Malcolm Brewer, another G Parkway member, is wounded. Enriquez gets locked up in Salinas Valley State Prison. The beef? Hotter than ever. 2007, Mini Mart murder, January 17, 2007. 3 Oak Park teens ride the train to South Sac, deep in G Parkway territory. They hit up a mini mart, but G-Mobb is waiting. Words get exchanged outside. Lamar from Oak Park swings on Lil State from G-Mobb, knocking him down. But Lil State pulls out his pistol and fires, dropping Lamar in the street. Lamar dies on the spot. Jamel Lil State Stevens gets 50 years to life. The lesson? In these streets, a fistfight can turn fatal in seconds. 2007, Del Paso Heights house party shootout, March 23, 2007. Oak Park teens roll up to a house party in Del Paso Heights. Marvel Barksdale from G-Mobb steps outside, sees the Oak Park crew, and pulls his gun. He shoots 16-year-old Robert Haynes dead. Haynes, a football player, is found with gunpowder residue. He was strapped too. Both sides let off shots, but the courts don't care. Marvel gets 36 years. The hate between G Parkway and Oak Park is real, and it's on site anywhere. Clubs, donut shops, house parties. Barbershop massacre, the bloodiest scene. The most infamous clash, Oak Park and G Parkway face off in a barbershop. Both sides pull out heavy artillery. Carney ducks down, firing his revolver, while Lonnie Mitchell lets a Tech 9 spray. In the chaos, a bullet from Carney's revolver hits Monique Nelson, a mother shielding her 2-year-old son. Marvion Barksdale is hit too. As Marvion drags his wounded brother to the car, the Mitchells fire wildly into the barbershop, hitting 4 more people. Monique Nelson dies at the scene, her son watching. The parking lot turns into a killing zone, crime scene tape everywhere. This is why South Sac calls it Murder Alley. Innocents caught in the crossfire, and the war never ends. G Parkway ain't just about violence. They influence the whole South Sac, dreads, slang, and street code. They're known for their unity, but also for being wild and unpredictable. The G-Mobb was the first hybrid gang in Sacramento, and their style spread to every hood in South Sac. Even today, you hear rappers like CML, Lavish D repping G Parkway, keeping the legacy alive. Today, G Parkway still stands, but it ain't the same. The old Franklin Villa was torn down, some of the OGs locked up, some gone, but the new generation keeps the name alive, still repping stars, still holding it down in South Sac Iraq. The beef with Oak Park, still on site, but now the city's trying to rebuild, and some voices from G Parkway are speaking out, hoping for a second chance, trying to break the cycle. That's the savage, uncut story of G Parkway Sacramento, how they started, their wars, their rivals, and what they've become. If you want more real stories from the streets, hit that like, subscribe, and drop your hood in the comments. Stay safe, stay real, and remember, the streets don't love nobody.